Imagine standing in the dark, every nerve in your body screaming that you can't do it, that you're too small, too weak, too late. Everyone around you is laughing, walking past, living their comfortable lives while you're stuck. But in that moment, in the quiet and the fear, something stirs inside you, a single thought, a tiny spark that whispers, what if I could? What if you could rise when everyone says you'll fall? What if the world is wrong and you are the one who will break the rules, shatter expectations, and come out on top? That one spark, that one rule can change everything. But here's the truth most people never tell you. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not even who you know. It's one thing, one simple rule that separates the people who just dream from the ones who wake up and own their lives. Right now, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to feel challenged. You're going to hear things that shake you to your core. And that's exactly why you need to listen. Because the path to real success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't care if you're ready. It comes for you whether you're prepared or not. And the difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't, that difference lies in one rule. One principle so simple that most people overlook it, yet so powerful it can change everything. By the end of this, you'll see the truth. You'll understand the force that drives champions, the fire that keeps the relentless moving forward even when the world tells them no. And you'll ask yourself the question you've been avoiding your entire life. Am I ready to play by this one rule? You see, the world is full of distractions. Everywhere you look, someone is selling you the idea that you can do it all, have it all, be everything to everyone. Social media tells you to chase fame, money, validation, and excitement all at once. Friends, family, even strangers, they all have opinions, all have advice, all telling you to take 1,000 different paths. And if you listen, if you try to do everything, you end up with nothing. You're busy, you're exhausted, and you're going nowhere. But there's a secret that almost no one tells you. Real success, the kind that sticks, the kind that shakes the world, comes from one thing, one obsession, one relentless focus. And that's not just a metaphor. That's the reality of how winners are made. You pick one thing, and you pour every ounce of energy, every drop of sweat, every sleepless night into it, until you become the best, until you're untouchable in that field. Think about it. Every champion you admire, every legend, every person who changed the game, they didn't do 10 things. They didn't chase 5 dreams at once. They chose one thing and made it their life. They woke up thinking about it. They went to bed thinking about it. Every decision they made, every sacrifice they endured was in service of mastering that one thing. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened because they refused to let anything stand in the way of that focus. You might say, I don't know what my one thing is. That's fine. Most people don't. But here's the truth. The moment you find it, you will feel it in your bones. You'll feel a pull, a hunger that won't let you sleep. You'll wake up thinking about it when everyone else is dreaming about their weekend or scrolling through their phones. You'll find yourself thinking, I don't care about the noise. I don't care about the distractions. I'm going to get this right no matter what. That is the feeling you chase. That is the spark that sets the fire. And once you find it, nothing will stop you. Here's the hard part. Once you commit to one thing, you'll have to say no. A lot of no's. No to friends who want to party. No to opportunities that look shiny but aren't your path. No to comfort. No to the easy way out. And that hurts. That feels lonely. People will call you obsessed. People will say you're crazy. But the truth is, obsession is the currency of champions. Obsession is what turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. And don't get it twisted. Focus isn't just doing something for a few hours. It's showing up every day, even when you're tired. It's practicing when no one is watching. It's going beyond what you think is possible. It's about obsession with details that no one else notices. A fighter hits the bag thousands of times, drills the same punch until their knuckles bleed. A writer rewrites the same sentence over and over. A businessman studies his craft while everyone else sleeps. That's focus. That's mastery. The people who fail, the people who never make it, are the ones who think they can chase everything and still get something. They spread themselves thin and the world chews them up. But the person who chooses one thing, who commits to it with every fiber of their being, becomes unstoppable. They become a force that can't be ignored. Doors open, opportunities appear, and the world starts to bend toward them because their energy is so concentrated, so fierce, that nothing can resist it. And here's the kicker, the one thing doesn't have to be glamorous. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else, and it might even scare you. But if you dedicate yourself to it, everything else will follow. Skills, confidence, respect, wealth. These are byproducts of relentless focus, not the other way around. You cannot chase the byproducts and hope they stick. You have to chase the mastery of one thing, and the rest will be forced to catch up. So right now, I want you to ask yourself, what is my one thing? What is the one thing I can give everything to without excuses, without distractions, without compromise? Because the moment you find it, the moment you commit, your life changes forever. It won't be easy, it won't be comfortable, and you will be tested like never before. But that one thing, your obsession, will make you powerful beyond measure. That's the truth, that's the rule. Master it and nothing will ever be the same again. Success doesn't come wrapped in comfort. It doesn't arrive in a shiny package with a bow on top. No, real success comes dressed in sweat, struggle, and pain. It comes in the hours when nobody's watching, in the mornings you'd rather stay in bed, in the nights when doubt whispers that it's too hard, too late, too much. And here's the truth most people never understand. If you're not hurting, if you're not struggling, if you're not sacrificing, you're not really growing. You have to be willing to pay the price. And I don't mean money, I mean everything else. Time, energy, comfort, friends, even pieces of your old life. Because the world doesn't give you greatness. You have to take it, and taking it hurts. It's lonely at the top. People don't see the countless hours you spent preparing while everyone else was laughing, partying, living easy. They don't see the bruises, the failures, the nights you cried and wondered if it was worth it. But it is worth it. Every ounce of pain, every moment of struggle, every tiny sacrifice adds up. That's how champions are built. You will be tested. You will be pushed to your limits. There will be days when your body screams, when your mind says quit, when the temptation to give up feels stronger than the will to fight. Those are the moments that define you. Pain is not the enemy, pain is your teacher. It shows you who you really are. It shows you if you have what it takes to keep going when everything inside you says stop. Think about the people you admire. Every single one of them has a story of sacrifice. They gave up sleep. They gave up comfort. They gave up moments that seemed trivial at the time but mattered in the bigger picture. They took hits, sometimes literal, sometimes metaphorical, and they kept moving forward. That's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. The dreamers complain. The achievers endure. The achievers embrace the pain because they know it is part of the journey. And the sacrifices aren't always obvious. They're not always glamorous. It might be missing a family event, skipping a night out, saying no to things that feel easy in the moment. It might mean putting in hours nobody notices, doing the hard work in silence, while everyone else seeks attention and validation. The world will try to make you feel guilty for sacrificing, but don't. Every moment you endure now is an investment in your future, an investment that pays dividends when everyone else is still chasing comfort. You'll also realize that pain comes in different forms. There's the physical pain, the exhaustion that burns through your muscles and bones. There's the mental pain, the doubt and fear that creep into your mind, whispering that you're not enough. And there's the emotional pain, the loneliness, the struggle to maintain relationships when your focus leaves little room for anything else. But here's the truth, each of those pains shapes you. Each of them is a step on the ladder to greatness. The higher you climb, the harder the climb becomes, and that's exactly how it should be. Here's the hard truth that nobody wants to say. There are no shortcuts. No motivational video, no pep talk, no overnight trick can replace the price you have to pay. You will bleed, you will hurt, you will feel broken. And if you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to endure, then you will never know what it feels like to conquer. But if you embrace it, if you accept that pain is part of the process, if you step into the fire willingly, then you gain something no one can take from you: strength, resilience, and the confidence that you can survive anything. So the question isn't whether it's painful, it will be. The question is whether you are willing to endure it, whether you're willing to make the sacrifices, whether you're willing to stare the struggle in the face and say, I will not stop. Every champion, every legend, every person who achieves greatness knows this secret pain is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the forge that shapes the steel of your will. Embrace it. Walk through it. And on the other side, you will find a version of yourself that is unstoppable, unshakable, and ready to claim everything the world once told you is impossible. Fear is not something to run from. Fear is not your enemy. It is the compass pointing toward where you need to go. The truth is, if you never feel fear, if you never stand at the edge and shake, you are not stretching yourself far enough. Every person who has achieved greatness has felt fear, staring it in the face, feeling their heart pound, their hands shake, and their minds scream, "I can't do this." But they do it anyway. That's the difference. The moment you step into fear, that's the moment you grow. Failure is the same. Nobody wakes up and succeeds overnight. Nobody becomes a champion without falling, without being knocked down, without tasting the bitterness of defeat. The world will try to shame you for failing, make you feel small, make you feel weak. But failure is not weakness. Failure is a teacher. Failure is feedback. Every time you fail, you learn. Every time you stumble, you are given a chance to rise stronger than before. The people who never fail, they never try. And the people who never try, they never live. Think about it. Every legendary fighter, every successful entrepreneur, every great artist has a story of falling flat on their face. They were laughed at, criticized, told they would never make it. And yet, what separates them is not that they avoided failure. It's that they refused to let failure define them. They saw each setback as a step forward, a necessary part of the climb. They realized that each scar, each wound, each no they received was shaping them into something stronger, sharper, more resilient. Fear and failure are inseparable from success. You can't have one without the other. And the people who reach the top are not fearless. They are the ones who walk through the fear, who fail over and over, and who keep moving anyway. You will have moments where your mind tells you it's impossible. You will have nights when doubt swallows your courage. You will make mistakes that feel like the end of the road. But each of those moments is a stepping stone, each one building the path to where you're meant to go. The difference between someone who quits and someone who becomes unstoppable is how they respond. When you fail, do you let it crush you, or do you let it teach you? When you feel fear, do you turn back, or do you walk forward with trembling legs but a determined heart? Every person who has done extraordinary things knows this secret fear is not the stop sign, it's the green light. Failure is not the end, it's the instruction manual. And if you can embrace both, if you can learn to love them, you will become unstoppable. Fear will take many forms. It will be the fear of judgment, the fear of losing, the fear of looking foolish. And failure will take many forms too: failed attempts, lost opportunities, mistakes that sting. But the key is not to avoid them. It is to step into them deliberately, to treat them as part of the process, to know that each one brings you closer to mastery. Fear and failure are not barriers, they are bridges. Bridges that lead to strength, confidence, and the kind of resilience that cannot be taught, only earned. And here's what most people don't realize: the more fear you face, the more you fail, the more you learn to trust yourself. You learn that you are capable of surviving what once terrified you. You learn that setbacks are temporary, but the lessons you take from them are permanent. You learn that courage is not the absence of fear, and strength is not the absence of failure. Courage is walking forward anyway, and strength is getting back up every time you fall. So right now, I want you to look at the fears in your life. Look at the moments you've failed, the times you've stumbled, the setbacks that made you feel small. What if those weren't punishments? What if those were signs, directions, invitations to step into your power? Every fear, every failure is a stepping stone to the life you were meant to live. Stop running. Stop avoiding. Step forward. Fall if you must. Fail if you must. But rise every time. Because on the other side of fear and failure is a version of yourself you've never even imagined, a version that is unstoppable, unshakable, and ready to claim everything you've ever wanted. The world is full of people who doubt themselves. They doubt their abilities, their dreams, even their worth. And the truth is, most of that doubt doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. Your own mind will be your toughest opponent. It will whisper that you're not enough, that you can't do it, that someone else is better, faster, smarter. And if you listen, you will fail before you even begin. The first battle for success is in your head. You have to win there first, because the mind controls everything. Self-belief is not arrogance. It's not thinking you are better than anyone else. It's knowing deep down that you are capable of more than you or anyone else realizes. It's trusting yourself when the world doubts you. It's stepping into the arena, facing the impossible, and saying, "I can handle this. I will find a way. Without that belief, without that unwavering confidence in your own power, all the skills in the world won't matter. You can train, practice, prepare, but if your mind doesn't believe you can succeed, you will crumble at the first sign of resistance. Mental toughness is forged in fire. It's forged in the moments when you're exhausted, defeated, and everyone around you is telling you to quit. It's forged when life pushes you down and you get back up anyway, again, until the pain becomes fuel instead of a burden. Mental toughness is not something you are born with. It's something you build every single day, in every decision, in every struggle, in every battle against your own doubt. The strongest people are not the ones who avoid fear, failure, or hardship. They are the ones who stare them down and refuse to bend. Think about it. The greatest fighters, the most successful people in history, they didn't get there because the road was easy. They got there because their belief in themselves was unshakable. They understood that the mind wins first and the body follows. They visualized victory long before anyone else believed it was possible. They prepared when no one was watching. They endured when no one else could. And they refused to let temporary setbacks destroy their confidence. That's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Self-belief and mental toughness also mean taking responsibility. No excuses, no blaming circumstances, no pointing fingers at luck or fate. You are responsible for your life, your choices, and your results. If you fail, you own it. If you succeed, you own it. And when you fully embrace that mindset, it gives you a power few people will ever understand. You stop waiting for the world to approve you, and you start approving yourself. You stop hoping for chances, and you start creating them. You stop fearing the impossible, because you know the only real limit is the one you place in your own mind. There will be days when self-doubt tries to creep back in, when fear and failure make you question yourself, when the voices around you and even inside your head say you can't. Those are the moments that define mental toughness. The real test is not in the victories. It's in how you respond when you feel like you can't go on. Do you shrink back, or do you rise up, louder, stronger, and more determined than ever? Do you give in to the fear, or do you fight for your vision with every ounce of your being? The people who achieve greatness are not people without fear, without pain, without obstacles. They are people who refuse to let any of that stop them. They are people who believe in themselves when no one else does. They are people who cultivate a mental toughness so fierce, so unyielding that the world itself begins to bend toward them. And that is what you need. You need to trust yourself when it's hard, believe in yourself when it seems impossible, and cultivate the kind of mental toughness that keeps you moving forward no matter what. So right now, I want you to ask yourself, do I trust myself? Do I believe that I am capable of more than I've been told, more than I've been shown, more than I believed before? If you answer yes, then you are ready to build the life you want. If you answer no, then start today. Start believing, start trusting. Start strengthening your mind until nothing can shake it, nothing can break it, and nothing can stop you from becoming the person you were meant to be. Because self-belief and mental toughness are the foundation of every victory, the first rule of success, and the fire that will carry you through every battle you face. Dreams without action are nothing more than illusions. You can imagine, visualize, plan, and wish all you want. But if you don't move, if you don't do the work every single day, you will never get anywhere. Consistency is what separates those who talk about success from those who live it. Relentless action is what turns ideas into results. It's the daily grind, the discipline, the refusal to stop, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when the world seems indifferent to your efforts. Most people start strong. They are fired up, motivated, full of energy and determination. But motivation fades. Motivation is fleeting. It's like a spark in the wind. It's temporary. Consistency, on the other hand, is steady. It's showing up when you don't feel like it, when your body aches, when your mind begs you to quit. It's doing the work when nobody is watching, when there's no applause, when it seems pointless. That is where greatness is forged. That is where champions are made. Relentless action isn't about working harder for one day, 1 week, or 1 month. It's about showing up every single day, no matter what. It's about repetition, about putting in the hours, about making progress, even if it's tiny, every single day. The person who becomes unstoppable isn't the one who runs fast once or twice. They are the one who keeps running day after day, year after year, long after everyone else has stopped. That is the secret the world doesn't want to tell you. Greatness is boring. It's painful. It's repetitive. And that's exactly why so few people achieve it. Action without consistency is wasted energy. You can work hard one day, feel proud, and relax the next, but that doesn't get you closer to your goal. Real results come from relentless, unbroken effort. It's about building habits that become a part of your identity. You don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect feeling, the perfect conditions. You create your own momentum. You show up because you made a commitment to yourself, and you honor that commitment no matter what. Consistency also teaches patience. Success is not instant. Overnight victories are myths sold by media and social media. The truth is, it takes years of effort, hundreds of failures, thousands of small victories stacked on top of each other to build something lasting. And every day that you take consistent action, even when it seems like nothing is happening, you are stacking bricks in your foundation. You are building strength, skill, and momentum that no one can take away. That is the power of consistency. Relentless action means embracing the grind. It means loving the process even when it's hard. It means showing up when your body wants to quit, when your mind doubts, when your heart feels heavy. That is the difference between someone who dreams and someone who does. That is what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Every champion, every legend, every person who achieves something remarkable understands this secret talent only takes you so far. Passion fuels you, yes, but discipline, consistency, and relentless action carry you all the way. Here's the reality. Most people fail not because they lack talent, not because they lack vision, but because they give up too soon. They start, they try, and when it gets hard, they quit. But the person who succeeds is the one who keeps going when quitting seems easier. The one who takes action day after day, who refuses to skip, who refuses to rest until the work is done, and then shows up the next day to do it all over again. That is unstoppable. That is powerful. That is the one rule that can take you to the top. So right now, I want you to ask yourself, are you showing up? Are you putting in the work every day, even when no one notices? Are you taking relentless action toward your goals, or are you waiting for luck, motivation, or inspiration to find you? Because here's the truth, no one is coming to save you. No one is handing success to anyone on a silver platter. You have to chase it, earn it, and claim it every single day. Consistency and relentless action are the engines that drive greatness, the fuel that turns dreams into reality, and the force that makes you unstoppable, unshakable, and impossible to ignore. So now you know the truth. Success is not a gift. It's not handed to you. It doesn't come to the ones who wait or the ones who wish. It comes to the ones who fight, who endure, who believe in themselves when the world doubts them, who take relentless action every single day, and who never, ever quit. It comes to the ones who embrace fear, who fall, who fail, and who rise stronger than they ever were before. Remember this, there is only one rule. One rule that separates the dreamers from the doers, the ordinary from the extraordinary, the ones who live a life of excuses from the ones who leave a legacy. That rule is simple, but it is not easy. It demands focus. It demands sacrifice. It demands courage, belief, and relentless action. It demands that you become unbreakable in your mind, unstoppable in your efforts, and unshakable in your purpose. The world will try to stop you. People will doubt you. Pain will test you. Fear will chase you. Failure will knock you down. And you will feel like quitting more times than you can count. But here is the truth no one else will tell you. Every challenge is a stepping stone. Every scar is proof that you are alive, that you are fighting, that you are growing. Every setback is preparation for your ultimate victory. So ask yourself right now, are you ready to live by this one rule? Are you ready to focus, to sacrifice, to face fear, to believe in yourself, and to take relentless action no matter what? Because if you are, then nothing can stop you. Nothing can hold you back. Nothing can deny the life you were meant to live. The choice is yours. You can stay where you are, waiting for someone else to give you permission, hoping for luck, praying for an easy path. Or you can step forward, embrace the struggle, commit to the process, and fight for everything you want with everything you've got. Success isn't easy, but it is earned. And when you earn it, when you live it, when you refuse to settle for anything less, you will know something the world will never understand. You became unstoppable. This is your life, your fight, your moment. Remember the rule. Live by it, own it, and don't stop until you have nothing left to give and everything you've ever dreamed of is yours.